It's in the Weekend Politics, and we have the interview there with Right Reverend Egbede, the Anglican Bishop of Calabar, and he had to lend his voice on the Muslim ticket. Now, today is the last day, and as we speak, the CBR enrollment has come to an end. Weekend Politics is your #1 political show that informs, educates you on political issues. My name is Joseph Yang, and always your regular host every Sunday. Now, a couple of weeks back in the city center, Calabar, we had some issues between the United Traders Association and the council in Calabar South. And there's been this back and forth. They've granted several interviews here and there. Committees have been set just to ensure that there is peace, and all of that is being restored in the very peaceful city in Calabar. Now, I have joining me gentlemen that would be lending their voices on the issue that is rocking the United Traders Association and the Calabar South Council. Let me start by recognizing and introducing Honorable Asupo Njomobo. He is the Councillor Ward 9, Calabar South, and House Committee on Works and Environment. Honorable Asupo, to have you join us. Good evening.
Good evening, yours. Good evening.
Okay, and beside him is Ike Basi. He is the Chairman, United Traders Association. Ike, so good to have you join us. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Chris River State.
And lastly, at my end, we have Mr. Donatu Zokoro. He's the Wat Market Representative of Calabar Traders Umbrella Association, CATU. Good evening and welcome to Weekend Politics.
Welcome. Good evening.
Okay, let me start with House Committee Chair on Works and Environment, Honorable Asupo. Let's look at this issue. Tell us, because some people may not really know what is on ground. Let's get to know what has been this lingering crisis between the United Trade Association and your council.
Thank you, Mr. Joe. Before we go into detail, I think it's good to give a background of the whole thing, because it's good to have an idea, because I've heard so many stories and that is putting the council in a very bad light, which is not very good with the council. But this council came into existence to 2020, and in the next 1 year we are about rounding up, and the high taxation alleged by the traders did not just start at 2020. It is good to put the record straight that since Honorable Mrs. Esther Bassey came on board, she has not increased levies and toll to the traders. All that is being paid to the council is just the same rate she met. So nobody can in any way link this administration to any high taxation or increase in levies and tolls. But it's good to know, on the other end, it's good to know that the council, the market traders who exist in a normal position, that is shop and share, in approved places, only pay 17 naira. That is 20 naira to and 15 naira sanitation. That is when you exist where you are supposed to exist, in your shop, in the approved open space, or in an open share. You are only liable to pay 17 naira, and nobody can, come up with any allegation of being taxed higher than that, in as much as you exist in normal place. But where we have this issue is the shopping complex car parks, where traders have existed there for close to 10 or 12 years so. And it was purely an arrangement. Why I say it was purely an arrangement is that there's supposed to be that is supposed to be a car park used for parking lots. If you check behind, if you move behind shopping complex, that is the Hewitt side of the shopping complex, you see many cars parked there, and the parking lot is a legitimate revenue source for the council. It generates different different revenue. But this other side, traders decided to convert it to that they're not using for car park. It's being used for normal trading activities, thereby depriving the revenue collector at the car park from making his revenue from here. So all this culminate to what the traders are paying. The car park person takes money from them, and they pay normal council to them. They say something. And let me put it clear. Even at that place, that shopping complex, if you do your business from morning hours to 5 o'clock in the evening, that car park space, you are only liable to pay about 200 naira. So not 700 or 650 or 700 as alleged. It's only when you stay beyond. Mr. Joe, I schooled in Enugu, and on one occasion I visited Onitsha market at 5 o'clock, 5:30. I was begging to buy goods. They said, no, I'm not going to sell. We are closing that. You want to close. We don't want security to beat us. They close and go. In the same way, markets normally supposed to close by 5:36. You start closing and pay. When you stay beyond to 8, 9 o'clock, that is when all these boys, the community boys, the security, I think the daylight and all those payments, now comes in. But if you operate from morning to the hours of 5 o'clock, at 5:30 you are already off, and you won't pay that. So it was an arrangement that had been in existence many years.
So it was what your council inherited?
Yes, it was what this council inherited. This council never increased 1 naira. So sometimes I think a few months ago, the union, as alleged by the chairman, approached the chairman and talked to her and demanded that she should reduce the money they were paying, that it was too much. And the chairman, in her usual way, assured them that she was going to do something about it. She did not really have an insight, or she did not know how the place came into existence. So the chairman made effort. In fairness to her, she made effort. She called all the people who used to take part in the collection of these monies and summoned them for a meeting. And when they came, they told the chairman, you were not here when this arrangement was made. You only inherited this. This is what we agreed. This is what we agreed. This is how this book came into existence. We were the people that arranged this place. And please, lest I forget, I remember when I was a supervisor in the council, years back, that was 2013, 2016, I was a supervisor in the council. There was an issue. The shop owners at the shopping complex came with a petition to the then chairman, Honorable Major support, and demanded that the traders at that car park should be relocated. That the activities there affect their own business at the shop. So there was a petition for them to be relocated. And the chairman then made effort to relocate them, but the traders came begging. They came pleading. Even the youth of the community, the people who made the arrangement, came and told the chairman, now we are surviving from this arrangement that we made. We are not disturbing you in any way. We made this arrangement for these traders to be here and sell, and we have little things that will be collected. Aside from the council money, we had an arrangement that the youth, the community, stakeholders, they have something they pick from them for staying in that place. The car park person. So all this all this culminates to this amount is that way. So when they told the chairman then that this is what we are surviving from, and even then the traders begged that they should not be located because there was a place kept for them. They said they prefer that place.
Okay, let me quickly pause you here now, Honorable Asupo. Let me bring in the chairman of United Trade Association, Ike Basi. Let's look at what's the big problem here, because he has been able to lay a foundation. Let's also get your part of the story.
Yeah. I want to say thank you for this chance given to me this evening and to greet everybody around the studio and Cross River generally. I think we are here not fighting the council, neither the chairman of council. All we are saying is that the illegal ticket that is collected by...
So how much is it?
750 naira each day.
Okay.
And why in the market they collect 70 naira? He has said it also. Yeah. So I want to say, if they are listeners in this studio, they should also see the difference between 70 paid in the main white market and 750 naira paid in shopping complex. I think I overheard him say that traders get themselves in shopping complex. I think we are permitted by the government of Calabar South to be there in that place. Of course, when the chairman came on board, personally with my executive, we went to her. The first thing we tabled to her was that, ma, what we are suffering in this place is the toll ticket. It's much on us. I explained things to her, and she said, there is no problem. She will see a way to help us out. So we are not fighting anybody, like I'm still repeating. All we are saying is the 750 naira is much on us. If they can see the need of them reducing it, you won't hear any noise. I see Honorable Asukwo saying that we negotiate with the government and we beg the time of the marjorie. Sir, I wasn't on board then. Now, if I come in, there's always change. You understand? If he's a businessman and he's paying every day, daily 750 naira, thank God he said he has been to Onitsha once, and he knows that market closes by, is it 5 or 6? Yes, we believe that. But in Cross River State here, where we operate in shopping center, they said from 6 to 5 o'clock, then from 5 o'clock to whether 9 o'clock, of which I know we don't sell up to 9 o'clock. At least latest is 8 o'clock in shopping complex.
That's 8 p.m.
Yes. As it stands now, I want to ask, please, if Honorable will answer me, is it good that people will sell, or is there any place in Nigeria that we have market morning and night? If you can be able to tell me, I will be convinced of that, because I am not sure that there is a place in Nigeria that we have morning market and evening market. You understand?
I still want to hook up with you, Chairman, because 750 naira a day. He said 70 naira initially, 20 was for is for, and 50 is for sanitation. Yeah. Can we have a breakdown of this 750 naira?
Yeah, the 750 naira. I have the list here. There's a toll ticket that they collect 15 naira. So let's say 200 naira is collected from 5 o'clock. From 5 o'clock, you start seeing them coming in, and 15 naira is collected by. 200 is also collected by Tony Eden. I think here is Tony Eden. He says the sanitation.
Okay.
And we also
the other 200 is for what?
They say, I don't know.
Okay.
We have asked them of that, but he said this one is for them. They cancel us. That's what he told us in the station where we are. They say the past cancel us and the present cancel us.
Go ahead with the breakdown.
And we also have 15 naira for sanitation. I don't know where you have sanitation and how did they call the other one? Sanitation. You know, sanitation, 2 places in a day. Somebody is collecting money. And also we have 100 naira daily. And this other one by name Post Office also collected. He says, how did they call that one? They have their names all. And this other one, the youth, community youth, collect 500 naira every month. And so when you total it, you will see that the thing sums to 750 naira. And every year, like this year, what is bringing all this issue? Let me be open. We were paying 25,000 naira yearly. If you go to shopping center, you see interlock stones. They count it 8. One day, just visit, you will see 8, and the tray is a position. And we paid 25,000 naira. But this year, they came up and said it's 30,000 naira. And if you don't pay the 30,000 naira, your position will be sold out. And we were arguing it. Himself is aware. With the contractor by name Tony Ede, is his master. Now, they carry us to places that if we don't do something about it, they are going to sell position. We pleaded and said, please, this place we are staying, we are managing, and then some of them trading around that place. They go to Lapo, collect money. If you go there now, some of them has run away because there is no sales. Understand? And we pleaded. They said no. Before we know, they brought a letter signed by the chairman of council for the approval of 30,000 naira. And the letter is with us. And we say, what do we do? Can we just stay without doing our business and take care of our families? And they say we must pay that. They are going to see something about the ticket. My people paid the 30,000 for 8 interlocked stones. And after paying the 30,000, we were waiting for them to call us to board so that we talk on this ticket. Of course, we met with the council chairman and we discussed this issue. He has also said it here that we talk one-on-one with her, and she said, well, she's going to look on that and she's going to make sure we bring down the ticket. Of course, after 2-3 days, we went back to her. She told us the people that collect this money, they said they will not drop the money. That's how she made this money. That's how the money is going to be. So after we must have paid the 30,000 naira.
Okay, let's just pause it there, because you know there are very strong statements there, the people. So that means there are some people who are getting this money, that the chairman of council maybe does not have the power to stop. She
also confirmed that it's an illegal ticket.
Excellent. Let's get to Mr. Donatus now. You are the White Market representative under CATU, that's Capital Traders Union Umbrella Association. Let's look at the issue of this relocation. Let's also get to your side, because we've heard the issue of over-taxation, 750 naira, like the chairman alleged, a day. But let's look at the issue of relocation, because he said the councillor who also oversights that area said that we had issues with that the place the people occupied was illegal. Can you open up more on this relocation issue?
Thank you very much. To start with, the United Traders is the members of Capital Traders Umbrella Association, known as CATU, covering the whole white market, ensure there is peace, law, and the order. It's purely for welfare association. They communicated to the mother union that this is what they are passing through. And as a mother union, we advise them to communicate to the chairman, as rightly said, which they did. Having done that, I think the chairman didn't act as they requested. That warrant them to put up a letter based on the reply the chairman gave to them. They have to go on air protesting. That's one. Regarding to the express, I don't think there is any place to reallocation in the white market for now. If there is a place, there are about 250 members or above there, and the council gave them the place, and they collected money from them yearly.
They have your receipt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yearly. But the content is not all those relocating or not. The problem our members are requesting that they should reduce the payment. Many of them is on loan, many of them are borrowing, and the condition of things in the country now, it is very hard. So their cry is that the payment should be reduced. There is much taxation. If you compare 70 naira against 750, if you times them in a month, at least if you are packing the money, you may know how much, times 250 members. So all that they are pleading is that the council should come into their aid. They are not fighting anybody to reduce the amount.
Okay, Honorable, let me quickly come in. In 2020, the governor of Cross River State graciously directed that taxation should be reduced. As a matter of fact, he created the anti-taxation agency led by Bishop Dr. M.I. Song. Is it that the council is not in sync with the directive of His Excellency, or the council has its own allocation, its own resources just to fund the council? So let's look at this issue, because already they are crying that there's not even a problem of reallocation or relocation, but there's heavy 750 naira burden on them on a daily basis. Can you confirm that is it that they pay 750 every day?
Mr. Joe, before I answer that your question, there is a saying that goes that he who seeks a bit must go with the timber. Mr. Joe, you cannot exist in a place that is an unauthorized place, an illegal place, and you want to pay what shop owners and open shop owners are paying. Mr. Joe, I've told you that this whole thing is not, they themselves can attest to the fact that it's not the council that is collecting all this money. The council has what they take. And there are other interests. These interests were the ones who organized. After that, this whole thing was an arrangement. And we have come to see that, like when they came up with the protest, and we came to see that all these things, all that are taking place in that place, you can tag it an illegal arrangement. And the council is now saying, okay, it's an opportunity for us to end this illegal taxation. I have heard Mr. Donato say that there's no place to look. I don't know whether he is the government. I don't know. And I have taken the pressmen who came to the market area to places. First, we had a section in the market. First, this section of the market. Mr. Joe, even if it's tomorrow, call me, I'll take it there. Pressmen for Beat FM, for Friday, all of them, they've all gone there. They have seen. There is a designated place for cricket traders. This set of persons abandoned this place. So many of them existing at shopping complex. They have a place there. Some of them abandoned their shops. If you come to Wat Market, we have in the whole of Wat Market, we have over 500 shops that have been locked down. If we count one after the other. I'm not saying these 500 shops are for local traders. I am telling you that most of them own shops in this place. Along Fosbury, I took the pressmen around and showed them shops that have been locked down. While we went around for inspection, we climbed the staircase of that same shopping complex. The pressman saw a boy who was carrying goods downstairs to go and asked him, who owns this shop? He said, my Oga. So why are you carrying this goods? He said, we sell downstairs. We only use the up for parking shop. Mr. Joe, I am not saying that 250 traders existing in that place own shop and shops. But I am saying that if a greater percentage of them go back to their shops, go back to their open shelves, go back to the designated open space that is kept for Okrika traders, even if we have an overflow, it will be very few. The council can now know how to take care of this person. Then you can now sit down there and pay the approved rate of 17 naira. It's a joke, it's 17 naira. So if you choose to abandon a place you have to go and sit in an illegal place, and you are now agitating to pay what is being paid, you cannot sing the Lord's song in the strange land. There's no how you can sing the Lord's song in the strange land. It is very wrong. We are saying, okay, to solve this whole problem, the Council of Honorable Research Abasi is saying at the end of this year, 31st December, we don't want this illegality to continue. According to you, it's an illegality. We say that if you have an arrangement with certain persons and you are staying in the place, you don't break the arrangement in the middle of the year. You don't shift the goalpost when the game is on already. So we are saying at the end of the year, don't pay this much again. Go back to your shelves, go back to your shops, go back to your open space, the designated open space, and pay 17 naira, and we'll have a peace. But if you insist on staying in this place, and you are not comparing 750 naira with 17 naira, you don't even have the right to protest, because the ground that you are occupying is the wrong ground. You start the protest from the wrong ground. So we are saying, let all this arrangement and go back to your shops, go back. Even though we have overflow, it will be very few. We will now know how to accommodate those few. Again, to come to anti-tax the anti-tax law of Bishop Emerson. Sir, the local government is a different tier of government now, and it has its rights. Levies and charges are purely constitutional matter. It is a constitutional right of the local government to generate revenue from market, parks, cemeteries, slaughters, and all that. So no law. And when I hear people say they say we should not, some people are operating from the angle of ignorance. No law, no state law is higher than the constitution. It's a constitutional right of the local government to generate revenue from levies and charges from the market. So it is the right of the government, and the government is doing just at a very minimal rate. If you hear anybody say I'm overtaxed, please ask Mr. Donatus. He has a shop in the market. He stays in the shop. Ask him how much he's paying. He's paying 17 naira. He will tell you the truth. When you see people say I'm paying more, ask where are you staying yourself? You are staying in a place where you are not supposed to be to stay. And I have stayed here. Certain persons come in to collect certain amount of money because, like I mentioned, like I believe they are not paying for night. They are paying for night. There's a security fee. There is a car park. The owner of the car park says, in fact, you know that even actually he told the chairman, "Ma, please, if these persons are tired of paying this money, let them move. I would prefer to use the car park, the front, for the car park. The reason is that I will make more money." Me and you will agree that between the hours of 6 a.m. in the morning till evening, in a particular space, you can park up to 10 cars. Because somebody will park, shop, and drive. Another person will park and pay 100 naira. We'll make more money. So these persons are losing money. We cannot bring down this money. We want them to move. Let them move and go back to that. So let us use the place for car park. And the council is saying, okay, these persons, the federal position, she said, I have met with this one, and they have given their reasons for not wanting to reduce this payment. And they have said, if you don't want to continue, at the end of the year, go back to your shop. And that is the position of the council right now, Mr. Joe. But as it has to do with space, like they have alleged, Mr. Joe, we will know who is saying the truth here. If you take out your time tomorrow and come to the market, I will take you around. Come with your team. I will show you shops, and let's start counting shops and shops that are empty.
Okay, let me quickly move now to the chairman. Okay, let's look at the issue of, because illegal occupation of a particular spot. Now, if I should get Honorable very well, he's saying, as far as you occupy, you are in a place that is illegal, you have to pay so much. How do we get this sorted out? Because we should get it clear now. But if you go back to a particular spot that is approved by the council, you pay 17 naira. As long as you are in an illegal spot, you have to pay 750. Let's talk. Can you talk?
And you're not paying to the council, please.
I want to say that if he says he's not paying, we are not paying to the council, he's telling a big lie. He himself was attached to me and Tony Eden that collected a contract this year in that place to collect their money. Are you hearing me?
Which money?
The renewal money now.
It's 25,000?
Yes.
Okay.
Him
is different from the 750.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
When you say the council are not aware of these monies, it's telling a big lie.
No, I want to establish something. Is the council aware of the 750?
They are
because
aware.
They are saying, he is saying that as long as you are in an illegal spot, that's why you are paying 750. That the cattle leader is paying 17 naira.
So let me say something. A place
I don't want us to get that clear. So
yeah.
Is it that because as an illegal sport, so you are paying 750?
Yeah, let me come in there. A place that has been in existence for 18 years.
Okay.
Can we still call that place illegal?
Okay.
And a place that is existing in a particular local government, Calabar South, can it be known as an illegal place? I think he himself has also told me that he has traveled to Onitsha. Onitsha have their shopping complex. If you go to Aba, they have shopping complex. And around the shopping complex, you see people selling around that place. You understand? And that is the same thing that is happening in Calabar, shopping complex. So this place that is made mention that is an illegal place, I don't know why he should state that that place is an illegal place. I don't understand. But he collects tolls and everything they collect. And he's telling you that he's not aware.
Okay, let me quickly confirm, just a yes or no. This 750 naira, does the council have anything?
100 naira.
100 naira?
Yes.
But it's termed illegal.
Huh?
It's termed illegal.
No. Wherever you sell, even if you are hawking around the market area, you are liable to pay.
Okay.
Even if you are hawking.
Okay, well, let's just leave it there. Mr. Donatus, you wanted lending your voice.
Yes, what I want to add is, Honorable, I don't know, when you mention illegal, and they have collected annual rent, is it illegal? In a house that you are living, you have paid for 1 year. Anything that the tenants want to do, I think that is not something that causes law breaching order. That place they have paid for 1 year. That's not the issue. I still told you, what we are trying to contain is the 750 naira. And now he's claiming that he is not to cancel revenue points. According to my members, that place 750 naira go to the same person, like he rightly mentioned. 200 naira, 50 naira is the same person that collected it. It's like your name, giving you different name, and you are the same person. So what I'm trying to say and play, this matter should be settled amicably in a round table between the council and the trader. No matter how it is, council is the landlord, and they must listen. When you say they should go out, if they go out, that money will not get it. That you say that they are using it for some people. Yes, everything is in that table. Don't say if they don't want. You are making some little things from that money. So let the people sit with the local government chairman so that they can be able to settle it amicably. When your son is crying, you must listen to your son. What is the problem? Before you see the new chairman, like what you say, you have been existent. It's like government. It can be as a president, things have been going wrong. There is another president that will come, say, I don't want this. And they will look into it. Like Nigeria now, we are crying, this. So if he did not cry, people will not hear that you are dying in silence. Maybe the other persons do it as their own way. But the new chairman of the area see that his members are not making any sense. So that's the only thing I have to say.
Okay, one thing about political shows like this, we have time constraints. So I think I'll just give us, because of time, I'll just give us at least 30 seconds each to wrap up. But Honorable Councillor, let's look at the issue of, because Mr. Koro brought the issue of roundtable talk. Let's look at the involvement of the executive chairman of Calabar South, Honorable Esther Bass, because however it is, these are stakeholders as well in business across the state. Let's just wave them with the hand. We can't just say we foreclose at 750 naira. Can't we, have a roundtable talk, like a committee where the council will meet with these traders and they come to a middle point?
Mr. Joe,
is that mechanism in place already?
Mr. Joe, whatever has a beginning must surely have an end.
Okay.
They have said that it's been in that place for 18 years. And we are saying that place is not a legitimate place of trading. And this council is determined to put an end to it. We are not, let nobody come and paint a bad picture of the council. We are not sending any trader away. Of course, that 17 is very meaningful to us. We are saying we have space. Mr. Joe, I am saying it before this television and the whole world is hearing. And I'm saying, come tomorrow. Let me show you. We have a place that is originally designated for cricket. Some persons are currently selling them. Some persons are there. They came and interviewed them. We are paying 17 naira. Go back to your place. We want them back to their place. We are not even enjoying their stay there. But this council is saying there has to be an end to this illegality alleged by them. We want to put an end to it. So there's nothing, they want the council to sit down and still negotiate the way they pass and negotiate on this illegality. We don't want to be part of it. We want it to end. This legal collection, as alleged by them, should end. And they themselves should go back to a normal way they will pay 17 naira. Please, sir, he has said, he has mentioned something about Onitsha. When I went to Onitsha market, Onitsha, that evening, the main market was closed. The people started selling from outside. It was a different family time. That evening, by the roadside, everywhere, I saw Agros round collecting money in different markets entirely. There's no market, even in Abuja. You will see people selling in the evening. I went to Ogun State. I saw people selling in a different market entirely. The normal market ends by 5 to 6 o'clock. You see people going. So that's what is happening. It's not a difference. So the council is determined to return them back to their space. We want the main market to be vibrant again. The shopping complex trading space is killing our main market. I am one person that is agitating that they should go back to those spaces and occupy their shops. Let the market function again. That is the position of the council, and I think it is right to do the right thing. Why are they afraid of going back?
Okay, Chairman UTA, let's get your appeal. What will be your appeal to the council?
Okay, like I rightly said when I begin, think we are not fighting the government of Calabar South, neither the chairman of council, but we were expecting something good from the local government we are approaching on. Like my brother has rightly said, if we had a round table sitting, because we've been expecting that, but before we know, we saw form brought to us after suspending us for 9 days. And they brought a form for us to buy. The indigenous should buy it by 2,000. The non-indigenous should buy 5,000.
No, I think
I'm coming into that topic for another day.
Chairman came out and cleared on that. Let's just get your appeal. Let's just get your appeal.
I want to say that if we can be called to sit around to discuss the way out of this place, will be better than for in Cross River State for you to, as an honorable. I want to say being an honorable is not the end of life. There are people that by tomorrow you see them in another position that you can go back. The people you see selling by the roadside, they are not touts, they are not animals, they are human beings like you. So if you in person as a councillor will display about 250 persons and you drove them out of shopping center, I think you are not free. So I want to tell you that you should be aware of what you're saying, and sometimes let me say something. There are this statement that I don't know why he's repeatedly saying it, that we cannot sing the Lord's song in a strange land. Sir, I don't know if we are strangers in Cross River State.
No,
we are all Nigerians.
No, I think
and we are not struggling about any.
Chairman, I understand. Maybe he was talking on based on the issue of illegality. When he came up with the magazine that
wrong place.
comes with it to make it more clear.
It's not about indigenous or non-indigenous.
Let's get your partition.
It's not about being indigenous or non-indigenous.
I think I have to bring us back. Let's get your partition in some seconds, please.
Well, as a mother union, all that we are asking is for peace to reign in the market. We don't want any violence. And moreover, as we have started earlier, asking the council to call their tenants to round table. Let's know how to solve this thing. I mean, when you talk, you see, we are trying to maintain. They are trying to maintain peace. There is nothing. There is a way to follow. If we have collected the rent for 1 year and they remove me from my house without expiration, you know the.
Nobody's removing you. You are still there. I don't know so you are still there. Nobody's removing you.
Let's
what I'm trying to plead is that the council should make a committee. Let these people sit with them and we come out in one voice. Tomorrow we still meet, as he rightly said. You may be honorable today as a councillor. I may be president tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you can't use your own position to victimize other ones. So that's what I want to say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. That's where we just have to hang it. But indeed, it's not just going to end here as a show. We as a media outfit will try our very best to work with the council and the UTA, the United Trade Association, and we CATU to ensure that there is peace. Just beyond the TV show here, we'll have a meeting with the executive chairman. Let's see how this 750 should be. Let's have a middle point. But I must really thank Honorable Asupo Nyomobo, Councillor Ward 9, Calabar South, and Chairman House Committee on Works and Environment. Many thanks for your time on the show this evening. And Ike Basi, Chairman United Traders Association. Many thanks for your time on Weekend Politics.
Thank you.
And not forgetting Mr. Donald Tuzokoro, Capital Traders Umbrella Association, White Market Representative. Many thanks for your time this evening. We'll bring you back shortly. We just put about 2 or 3 weeks ahead and see how we can solve this. Then we bring us back here at the celebration. This is where we want to bring Weekend Politics to an end. It's been a very robust engagement here in the studio. We'll be back next week Sunday, God willing. Till then, have a great week ahead of you. My name is Joseph Ian. Good night.